Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, where Dahlia would like to interrupt us for just a moment because of course she would. May I interrupt you for just a moment, prosecutor? Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. Go right ahead. Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie? Wait, sweet Dougie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying that you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright. I told you should let me handle this. Sorry, please go ahead. How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for me, poor little me, to bear. I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be. The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. Oh, did I look at that yet? I don't think I did. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Further testimony? What about? About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What could that possibly have to do with this case? The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant, am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason. Very well then, the court grants the defense request, young lady. Would you mind staying on for just a bit longer? Of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. Wait, hold on. I should probably know what's going on here. Okay. District Courthouse Cafeteria, August 27th, 4 p.m. Victim, Diego Armando. Occupation, lawyer. Suspect, Dahlia Hawthorne, age 19. Okay. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. Well, alright. I don't think they're trying to hide it here. Yeah, I recognize this. As much as I'd like to feel smart for figuring it out, I get it. They're leading you there. How I met my Feeny. Okay. I have first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-wovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think. Oh, Phoenix. Phoenix! Oh, no. Mr. Wright, do that again and you will be held in contempt of court. And now we enter the final act of our little drama. Oh, alright. As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her. Is that a thing? I feel like that's not a thing. Okay, let's just start. We'll press everything. So until that time you had been dating Doug Swallow. Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly, I'm ashamed of myself. No, not at all. Look at me. I'm infamous for changing my mind. Not a great stance for a judge. My critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle. Oh, that's not a good nickname for a judge. Maybe you should look for a different line of work. Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. Does he? I guess he has, up to this point. That's why some people also call him the Great Judge Genie. Do they? But do they? I've played 2 of these games now. I've never heard that before. The courthouse reading room, that's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning to becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room? That's a fair question. This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case. Miss Faye, I'm warning you, if this has nothing to do with Miss Swallow's case. I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I better tread carefully. I guess we keep going. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony. Very well, young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room? If it pleases your honor, the answer is simply this. I had come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. Wait, hold on, no, I wanted to press that. Ah! So what was it about Mr. Wright that made your heart malfunction like that? In my personal opinion, he looks just like a typical snotty-nosed college brat. Ow! Perhaps to a woman your age, but to me, Feeny is handsome. Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, but to the rest of us of the planet, he's a diamond. Wow! Ouch! Phoenix! Love is a mysterious thing, and I object to this line of questioning. Is it also because you're weird looking? If you were to look at my wife, for example, you might all be shocked. Wait. He's telling the truth. It was truly, truly shocking. Alright, please. Where's the wife? I gotta know. Beautiful mushroom going tall in the darkness, it comes from cow dung. That's the poem that best describes how I feel about my Feeny. What? That's an odd poem. Were there any bad feelings between you and Mr. Swallow? No, none at all. We parted on very good terms. But that can't be. And our investigation also shows that it was a clean breakup. Huh, are you sure? Yes, it seems they both wanted it that way. So the victim wanted to break up with her. Press further. So you're saying that Mr. Swallow also wanted to break up with you? Well, you see... Oh, I gotta see. What a cruel thing to ask a lovely young lady like this. By the way, I have never once considered leaving my wife. No one cares, Mr. Payne. The judge is killing it in this trial. I just like everything he says. She didn't deny it. That must mean Doug Swallow must have seen through her little act. But why was she dating Doug? I mean, yeah, I guess he's like 4th year pharmacology. Alright, I guess I see it. He must have gotten a glimpse of her true nature. Listen to me, Maya. That woman has the judge in the palm of her hand, you see. So the only way to discredit her is to find the contradiction in her testimony. Okay, so we press that. What evidence do we have? We have the crime photo. We have the police report. What? That's weird. Okay, so I don't know what that was. The victim's watch stopped at the time of death. Cold killer. We haven't. I feel like we haven't presented that yet. Covered in Wright's fingerprints. Owned by the victim, found broken near an electrical pole at the crime scene. Phoenix's testimony. The victim fell on top of his umbrella. There was a loud sound when this happened. He shows it to everyone. I feel like it's going to be the key part of that. Being disclosed at this time since the victim of yesterday's incident in the district courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who is sitting. Okay, so she was under suspicion. So, I mean, I've kind of figured out that she gave I'm pretty sure she poisoned the lawyer? Yeah, the lawyer in this case. I'm not entirely sure why. That part I haven't quite figured out yet. And then she gave the necklace to Phoenix. But, so Phoenix wouldn't give it up. So did she just feel like she had to keep dating him? Well, interviewing the suspect regarding... Oh, wait. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. I had come to the courthouse to do so. Okay, that's the lie. I feel like two things would work here. I feel like this newspaper clipping, although that doesn't list her by name. The other one lists her by name, and I feel like that's a lot more definitive. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? Hey, what? Well, what is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Faye? That's not an objection. 8 months ago, right here, in this very courthouse, there's another tragedy. Another tragedy? Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned? Oh, yeah. The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report, and that name is Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Dahlia Hawthorne? Yes, this sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago. Judge, where were you on that one? I feel like you should know that. Order. This is unbelievable. It's true that the loveliest rose can hide something about pry thorns. Miss Faye, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness with an unrelated case. I, Winston Payne, will not... Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Why would you try to take over here? Pardon me, go right ahead. It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me. Express some interest, huh? Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago. I see. Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now I've just got to stay on the offensive. Well done, Mia. Ugh, you've really lit a fire in my heart and my buttocks. Oh, you weird man. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids. They aren't gonna let that go, are they? Gross. I don't need to know about that. Alright. I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. Alright, so you know way too much about that. So that's what happened 8 months ago. However, as you've heard from the witness's testimony, she has nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of the cross-examination. What the? Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger? Ah, Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture and self-confidence, absolutely smashing. Reminds me of a show where the judge says, like, the defense is treading on thin ice, and the lawyer says, the defense admits that it can swim. We got this. Okay, yeah, tell me more about this, because that's suspicious. What were you talking about with the defense attorney? Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential. According to the reports, you were being interviewed regarding another case. The lawyer that was killed, he said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger. Why don't you tell us all what that incident was? And it's absolutely nothing at all to do with this case. Well, I don't know about that. Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record. You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne? Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign. Don't worry, Dolly, I'll protect you. And that's how Phoenix was thrown out of the courtroom. You heard the man, now that is true love, young lady. Wait. Oh, Feeny, please. Ugh, those two are really making me ill. Albeit for decidedly different reasons. Wait. For just a moment, and that's when it happened. How long were you gone? I've already answered all the questions for the police. But if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes. 10 or 20 minutes. That is suspicious. And where were you during that stretch of time? Using the toilet? What are you saying, Miss Faye? Oh, toilet. My perfect little Dolly doesn't Phoenix. I have news to break to you. Unless she's a robot. You're the defendant, Miss Faye, but next time. Oh, Judge. Oh, Feeny, please. Please, I've already looked into this whole matter. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of the court's time. Objection sustained, Miss Hawthorne. Please continue with your testimony. A liquid poison. Oh, wait. It was a special kind of poison. Alright, let me go back to that. I hit the left analog stick. I wouldn't expect that to automatically move the text, but I'm pretty sure I've done that before. A special kind of poison, how so? Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect. Oh, and where would something like that come from? I'm sorry, all I know is I overheard the policeman saying. Like, say, from a pharmaceutical college? They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it. Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive and beyond my pay scope, so most impressive. Yes, move on. Better question is, how did the criminal get something like that? I wouldn't know where to get poison like that. And that's the reason they didn't arrest you. Because no one could show something. That was my fault. I think that's a good enough reason, Madam Faye. She's right, and I think we've all had enough of Miss Faye's questions. So in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime was because no one could show how she could have obtained the poison. Then all we have to do is establish how she could have gotten some, right? Great, now how did a lit student get a hold of poison of all things? Oh! Okay, I got this. Alright, where does it go, though? I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a second, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison as lethal in just 2 teaspoons. I heard it was a very special kind of I don't think I pressed this. A special kind of poison? How so? Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect. Oh, wait, no, I got this one. Shoot, I skipped over the one that I had already done. How did the criminal get something like that? So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get poison like that. Do I have any evidence? I need to present this necklace at some point. But I don't think this is it. Alright, I'm gonna go around one more time and try to... Oh! Never mind. I'm overthinking this, but I kind of want to see... That's when it happened. Here we go. About how much liquid is 2 teaspoons? Oh my god. Never mind. That wasn't worth going back for. Let me see. My bottle of eye drop says it's a 1.5 fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons. That's true. Huh. Yep, that's actually correct. Most eye drops are 15 milliliters, which is 3 teaspoons. Huh. This is about 2/3 of that amount, huh? The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. Alright, so I don't think it's there. I'm pretty sure... This... I think I'm right. Yeah, music stopped. You would know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you. Oh, what? In fact, you had an easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab. Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow? That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University. Pharmacology? His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Uh-oh. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at his very table. You. No. Alright, we can do this. No, order. Could it be? That's nothing but a baseless accusation. May I say something, Madam Faye? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee is 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container. Oh, that's alright. Well, yes, that's true. I was searched immediately after the incident took place. Quite true. In fact, the entire cornhouse was turned upside down. But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? She's right. They even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof. Proof? She got me good with that. I didn't expect to have to show proof. What are you talking about here? This is... what? Provide some kind of evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Faye. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead. The police conducted a full body search of Dahlia and the entire courthouse. And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred. If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where is the container that the poison was carried in? What happened to it? Oh, please be right. You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched. Who is this person? Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. So the defendant was this witness's accomplice? Of course not. She gave the poison to him disguised as a present. What? But that's... that's a charming little necklace. This is a little bottle. It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Faye? The day the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away.
What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain that if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount.
Ooh, you're quiet now.
No.
Order in the court.
On behalf of Dahlia, I object. Yeah, Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this.
Mr. Wright, I told you to stay in your seat.
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? Because I'm madly in love with her. Oh, Phoenix.
Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway? Oh. Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me too. Oh, Phoenix. This is the saddest ending to this case. Mr. Wright, please open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is... she's madly in love with to keep you quiet. Because of the necklace. Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? But back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. Asking for a present back like that. For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying. But she never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you. No, that's a lie. Oh my god. Eek. Way to go, Mia. You made the client cry. Mia, you're right. Ah, the defendant, he's getting away.
Bailiff Hurley, after him.
Mia, are you alright? Yes, I think so. That boy, he went completely insane. Where's Mr. Wright? Looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back here soon enough. Thank goodness. Oh no. What is it? The bottle necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone.
What? That's terrible.
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Foolish boy, that's the only thing that could have saved him. What in blazes are we supposed to do now? Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm sorry. It's okay, just give it back, the necklace. He broke it. I ate it. What? I thought that thing was freaking glass. You what?
You ate it.
Oh my god, it was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first, but yeah. Oh. Ah. What the?
What is he doing now?
Your Honor, you gotta stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it. It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly the bottle did not contain a deadly poison. How can you be so sure? I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
So it was him?
No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency. There. It's alright, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Oh, that's a dumb move. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events.
But why?
This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in a court of law, evidence is everything.
Even after I prove so much, is she going to get away with everything?
Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial.
Mr. Wright. I'm sorry, Miss Fay. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you. Oh, here we go.
What is it?
The day I met Doug Swallow. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. It's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole poison from our lab. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time, too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it. Oh. Don't talk about her like that. Is it true? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous. One more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got word and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, the defendant is. Miss Fay, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow.
The night before?
Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Fay.
If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this.
Yeah, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore,
who exactly was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill?
Alright, she was gonna kill Phoenix. Get the necklace back. That's why Doug was trying to help. Oh, Phoenix, you dumb fool. There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way, and that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me? That's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered. Well, that's true, but that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else it could be.
But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
Poor Mr. Wright, this must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right, the bottle necklace, that's all she cared about.
But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of the attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could only think of one thing: how to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time, but there's just one big problem. Unless she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to him. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true! Beanie, what a joke you are.
Wait, what?
Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne?
It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine, I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that, but first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Well, hey old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine. Ask this nasty old hag to finish up already.
If there's another cross-examination, we might have to stretch this to another episode. I can't let her get away this time. Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer. The ultimate price? You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid. Wait, what?
No. You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say Miss Gray?
Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all?
If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge and let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. Impossible. You can't possibly. Stupid woman.
It is the opinion of the court that there's already been enough discussion, therefore I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you are unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor. I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspapers. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably...
Oh, okay, in there. Alright, I got this. Well then, Miss Faye, please present your evidence. Show to this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright. I don't know if that's irrefutable proof, but Yep, I think there's gonna be more to it than that.
Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Cold Killer X, Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine.
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I still wouldn't drink this bottle of cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
Ew, what?
It disappeared at lunch. Okay, I finally put it together. Admittedly, I figured it out from the it must be in there. But yeah, it disappeared at lunch. And okay, remember what the defendant said in his testimony. I lost my bottle around lunchtime on the day of the accident, so she was gonna poison it. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Yep. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X.
I hope you guys don't mind mega episode.
Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some.
Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine.
I'd like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
Oh, what are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room, my client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about, the cut electric cable. That's when she realized I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poison cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago?
8 months ago?
Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it, in this case, Doug Swallow. Oh, come now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation.
I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. Oh, so Miss Hawthorne. This cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now.
Mia Fey. Ooh, there we go.
Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again, I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay?
Huh? Yes.
I'm going to go spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best.
Wait, what?
Whew.
It's finally all over. Okay, it's cool. That was the end of it. Okay. I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim.
Yeah, but even so, your witness seems to have accepted it.
I don't care. I'm Winston Payne, and I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said.
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this.
Yes?
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said...
It's alright, rookie. I would trust her with his life. I didn't mean to go through that so fast.
So she's so trustworthy. Then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right?
You see, yes.
And here comes the back pedal. So come now, rookie killer, show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life?
My hair, it's my beautiful hair now. So that's how it happened.
Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest.
Tragic but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Don't lie. Just admit you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Faye.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne,
This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing to my daughter.
it appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. My dear Dolly.
Very well then, I believe I am ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright.
Of course. Because he's Phoenix Wright.
This court is adjourned.
Whew, that was a long one. Mia, you were wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius. Oh, you had to get that in there.
Mr. Grossberg, do you, maybe think you could stop talking about them, please?
That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations. Thanks. I was thinking. Go on. The Dahlia that I saw up there on the witness stand, I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the Dahlia I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about that, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But, out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. That's probably true. What kind of company does this guy keep? Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am.
But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time.
I see.
See, Miss Faye? A lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right?
Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself, but I think that's exactly what a lawyer is.
Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other someday. Oh, God, stupid controller. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. Memories that I thought I would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now, but even so, I can hear her in my mind.
Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief.
5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. Oh man, that was a really good first chapter. The stolen turnabout. Alright, I don't recognize anything else that's happening. Can I save, please? I would like to save my progress. Okay, that's what we're going to call it an episode. Sorry that went on a little bit longer. It kept feeling like we were at the end. I didn't know if it would necessarily stretch out to another episode, but hopefully you guys don't mind. Yeah, I thought that was really good. We're off to a very strong start. I'm very excited to see what they have in store for us the rest of the game. I'm really excited. So hopefully you guys are too. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.